Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the homestead. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Florida. Got the sun shining and the birds chirping. But we're about to get on the bad end of a shovel and a rake. We're going to go ahead and get the base down for the Country Boy laundromat that we're about to start working on. As you've seen on that intro, just went and got a whole pallet full of bricks from Lowe's, about 160 of them, 1 foot by 1 foot pavers. But we're going to go ahead and run some string lines, get everything leveled out, and then start bringing some clay in from where I dug up a big old pine stump over there on the homestead. Then we're going to start laying our pavers nice and level and packed all the way across the floor here, and then we'll bring in the washing machine and dryer, and then we'll start running the power and the water and everything out. I don't have the water ran out here to the outdoor kitchen yet, so I'm just going to run a water hose over to feed the washer for now. But I will go ahead and run the 220 for the dryer, but go ahead and get the vent system set up for the dryer and also create some kind of little drain that'll put the water out a little bit further so it doesn't try to run up underneath the outdoor kitchen. First thing we're gonna have to do is get the forks off the tractor and go ahead and put the bucket on. So let's go ahead and get the old Kubota fired up, get that switched out. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all something that I built for the Kubota too. Y'all have seen it in a lot of videos, but I don't think I've ever actually touched base on it. I actually ended up building the sliding forks that's on that Kubota. They wanted $1,000 for a set of forks for that little Kubota. Not today, not today. So in about 4 hours, I took some scrap steel around the homestead, welded up a little slide fork system for it. I'll show y'all guys that here in a minute. It's all about trying to save $1 out here on the homestead so you can put more money into other projects. So let's go ahead and get that bucket on there and get this day started. Come on. All right, guys, now that I got the bucket on the tractor, let me go ahead and show you the forks that I built. Saved myself $1,000. Only took me about 4 hours with some scrap steel. Pretty simple design, and 4 hours worth of work and a little bit of scrap to save $1,000. It was definitely worth it. And I use these forks more than I use the bucket on the tractor. All right, let me spin this camera around. We'll take a look at it. All right, what I ended up doing was taking some little 2-inch tube. I cut a 45 on it right here at the end, put a little piece of flat steel on it to kind of give it its little slope. Welded that together, and then I took another piece of 2-inch tube and ran up towards the top right here. Welded the seams together right there. Put a little backing plate right there that's going to catch the 2.5-inch tube all the way across the back, which actually stops the forks from trying to swing too far back. I built a little square cage out of some C-channel and the 2.5-inch tube. And right up here at the top, I took a little bit bigger tube. I think it was about 3 inches. I cut a little piece right there, welded it on there. That right there is what allows it to slide back and forth. I did that on both of the forks. And then I took a little bit of angle iron, a little 2.5 by 3 inch. And then I blew some holes in the side, cleaned them up, made it where the tractor arms can go right in there and then pin into the side. And that was it. Pretty easy process. And saved myself $1,000. I do need to do a little bit of grinding on it and paint it up. But man, it has been a lifesaver out here on the homestead. You don't always have to go and buy retail for everything. If you got a little bit of creativity and a little bit of skills in different areas, but you could definitely figure out another way. About the only thing that I'm going to add to it is a pain in the butt to switch the forks and the buckets out with the pins. So I'm actually going to build a quick connect system for the tractor here soon, because they want quite a bit of money for that as well. And I don't like spending money I don't have to, and I got plenty of scrap steel around here and got the skill set to be able to do the welding. All right, well, let's go ahead and get on that tractor and go ahead and start getting some of that clay moved so we can get on the bad end of a shovel. Come on. Alright guys, well the sun's starting to set. I think me and my hoe is going to go ahead and call it a night right here. And we'll pick up on the morning. It's probably going to take about 10 more buckets with the tractor of clay to get this leveled out and smoothed out so we can start doing the pavers. But we're making progress. Moving dirt's always the worst part of this process. I can't stand it. I'm not that great at it. But we'll get it done. There ain't no doubt about it. Alright, well I'll see you guys in the morning. Come on. Good morning guys. It's another beautiful day here in Florida. The sun is shining. It's probably about 74 degrees and sunny. Well, while I was laying in bed last night thinking about the Country Boy Laundromat, I decided to make some changes. So I just got back from Lowe's from spending another $300 on 2x4s and pressure treated 2x4s. I've decided that we're actually going to close in that wall right there and the wall right behind me and end up closing in the front and putting a door on it. I was going to leave it all open, but I decided that that would just leave way too much wasted space that I could definitely use for storage. So I decided that I'm going to close the walls in, go ahead and sheet it with the metal, and then on the inside I'll be able to put the refrigerator slash freezer that I have outside right now in there for storage, put the washer and dryer, make a folding table, and also be able to put a sink in there for cleaning fish. So that's what we're going to do, which means that this video is probably going to be broken up into 2 videos now because that's a lot of work and it's going to take me a little time to get it done. But I want to do it right in the most efficient way that I possibly can and also get as much storage out of every space as I can because storage is key out here, especially whenever you're staying in a fifth wheel. Storage is very limited. So we're going to go on and do it. It's only going to cost me a couple extra $100 to do it, so ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'm probably not going to show y'all all the framing on these walls right here because I just showed y'all framing on the outdoor cooler and pantry area. I'll probably just throw a time lapse up and put some music on it just so y'all can see the process of what I went through to actually get it done. And then we'll cut back in and start leveling out the dirt and putting the pavers down. And then that'll probably be it for this video. And then the next video will be installing the washer, dryer, running the plumbing, the electric, the lights, and all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and start that music, get this time lapse going. Oh yeah, and another thing, Tim from Ridge Life messaged me the other day and said in my last video that me and Jason was wearing the same shirt, but he cut the sleeves out of his. And he told me if the sun was out, the guns need to be out. Well, the sun is out, so the guns are out. Come on. Ha ha. And then bam, just like that, we got a wall. Come on, we got a wall. Man, I wish I could hit that times 20 in real life and work that fast. Come on. But we got the walls up. Now all we gotta do is put the metal up. I'm only gonna do the metal on 2 sides, just like I did the wall. Because once again on that front side, I don't wanna close that in yet because I still gotta cut the door in between the pantry and the outdoor kitchen. And I'm gonna run those sheets along all the way across this room too. So can't do that one yet. And also I still need to get the tractor in there to bring some clay in there to level everything out, to lay the pavers. We're gonna go ahead and get the metal on there and then get on the bad end of a shovel again. Come on, making progress. Alright, as you can see behind me, I got the metal deck up on the sides. I didn't do the top part right here. I'm going to cut all the top part in because I got some on the back side as well that I got to do all at one time. That's not really getting in the way of anything that I got to do as far as the build goes. That'll be the last thing that I do. But you walk around here, as you can see here, I came all the way across with it. That over there is the cooler, and this right here is the laundry room. I was going to make it a lean-to like I said before, but I could get a lot more storage and a lot more functionality out of it if I went ahead and closed it off. I'll walk y'all around to the front and show you what it's looking like on the inside. I think it's going to turn out to be a pretty cool little project. But as you can see, it gives me quite a bit of space. Originally I was going to put the washing machine and dryer on this long wall where the cooler and pantry is, but I decided now that I'm going to put it on this back wall right here, which will allow me to put a folding table and an outdoor sink right here to be able to clean fish or laundry or whatever I need to do. On this other side, I'm going to put shelving all the way along, and then right here where the front part is, I'm going to close it in and put a door. I'm going to leave a little stub wall about right there, and that outdoor refrigerator slash freezer that I have will set right there as soon as you walk in the door. So by closing it in, this right here will give me a lot more functionality for this little room right here instead of just leaving it out in the open. And it also allowed me to get a new washer and dryer that's a little bit nicer than the ones I got because they're on their last legs. And I didn't want to spend no money on no newer ones because just sitting outside, they'd go to trash pretty quick. But with me being able to close this in and put the pavers down there on the floor, it'll be just like it's inside of a house. So we're gonna go ahead and get that started. I was gonna go ahead and do the pavers on this video too, but I think this video is getting way too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for this one. But it's been 2 days of work out here on this one already, so I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, and we'll pick up on the next one with the pavers and building the shelves and getting everything installed and all the electric installed, which will probably be another pretty lengthy video. But I'm happy with the progress so far. Not too bad for a one-man army. So until we see each other again, guys, come on, let's go homesteading.